that is the structure of atom. That is the structure of atom. So before going to start this structure of atom, in this chapter we are going to study about the wave first, then I will start the chapter. Okay, now see, first of all I am going to show you the representation of an element. The representation of an element. So just suppose this X is an element, and here we represent Z, and here it is A. Do you know what does this ZX stand for? Z basically is atomic number. Z is basically atomic number. And A is mass number.
So mass number and atomic mass are the same thing, right?
Yes. Okay. But atomic mass, that depends. You are going to use AMU or U, or if you are going to use gram. That we differentiate between gram and AMU, if you remember. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now see, an element has electron, proton, and neutron. Okay. So if you are going to see that, atomic number, that Z is always equal to number of proton. Z is always equal to number of proton, and it is also equals to number of electron in neutral atom. Neutral atom. Why does this say so? Because you know that there will be, whenever there will be reaction, there will be transfer of electron takes place. Lose or gain of electron can be there. That's why whenever you are going to see number of electron should be equal to number of atomic number, it will be equal only when the atom is neutral. If there is any charge on the atom, that means if there is positive charge, that means it loses electrons, and if there is negative charge, that means it gains electron. That means the number of electrons is not equals to atomic number. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So wait a minute. Just write it, and then I'll explain. Done. Also, you write that mass number is equal to atomic number plus number of neutron. I'm going to represent number of proton by P, number of electron by E, and this N represents number of neutrons. Okay. Are you done with this?
One minute, sir.
Okay, no problem.
Done, sir.
Very good. Now see, if I'm going to write Na 11, 23, and I need to find Z, that is atomic number, A, that is mass number, number of neutron, number of proton, and number of electron. So you know that this is the atomic number, Z will be equal to 11. This is mass number, that A is equal to 23. Proton will always be equal to number of atomic number, that is 11. And if it is neutral, you can see it is neutral, so electron will also be equal to 11. Now how we are going to calculate number of neutron? You know that A is equal to n plus p. A will be equal to 23. Number of neutron plus proton is 11. You can write A is equal to n plus p, or if you want to write A is equal to n plus z, and it can be also equal to n plus e if for neutral atom, because atomic number will be equal to proton, and proton will be equal to electron will be equal to proton if it is neutral atom. So you can easily calculate number of neutron, which is equal to 2. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So please find s minus 2, 16, 32.
Sir, N is 16.
N is 16. Z is, A is, P is, E is.
Yes, sir, fine. Sir, P and E are 11. Oh, sorry, 16.
E is also 16.
Yes, sir.
What about Z?
So Z will be 16.
What about A?
So A will be 32.
This is wrong. Electron is, since you can see that this is not a neutral atom. Is this neutral?
Okay. No, sir.
Minus 2, that means it gains 2 electrons. That means electron should be 16, but it after gaining 2 electrons, it will be 18.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Very good.
Yes, sir.
Electron, proton, neutron, Z, A.
So E is 18,
E is 18.
P is
P is,
15,
yes,
N is 16,
yes,
Z is 15, and
yes.
A is 31.
Very. So it's very easy, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, some important definitions which are very important for you. Some important definitions. Isotopes. Now see, this is isotopes. What is isotopes? They are atoms of same element with, wait a minute, they are atoms of a given element which have same atomic number, same atomic number, but different mass number, but different mass number. So the elements which have same atomic number, different mass number are called isotopes. For example, you can take C6, C12, C13, C14. You can see the atomic numbers are same, but they have different mass number. This type of elements are called isotopes. O16, O18, also H11, H12, H13. This is called basically protium, deuterium. Protium is also hydrogen, and this is called tritium. And tritium is basically a radioactive element. A radioactive element. We can have another example, Cl35, 37, which have atomic number 17, 17. Let me know when you are done with this.
Done, sir.
Very good. Now see another term is isobar. So same mass number but different atomic number. So I'm going to define they are atoms of different element which have same mass but different atomic number is called isobar. For example, you can take hydrogen of tritium and helium of 2. For example, potassium 19 mass 40, calcium 20 mass 40. Also argon 18 mass 40. So the atoms which have different atomic number but same mass number are called isobar. Is that clear? Can
Yes,
you
sir.
find number of neutron, proton, electron in all of this? Number of neutron, proton, and electron in all these pipes.
Sir, in the hydrogen one, it's zero neutron, one proton, and one electron.
How can it be zero neutron here?
So in
Did you
hydrogen, there are
calculate it?
no.
Yeah, that is hydrogen with atomic number 1 and mass number 1. But this is isotopes of hydrogen, that is tritium. How we are going to recognize it? That is atomic number 1 but mass number is 3 now.
Yes, sir.
So this is the isotopes of hydrogen, that is tritium, and here it has neutron.
Sir, one neutron.
Only one neutron. Did you calculate with the formula or are you saying with like this?
Sir, 1 minute. It's a two neutrons.
Yes. Solve
The
all
two
this term.
neutrons, one neutron, one proton, and one electron.
Okay. Find for all remaining force.
So in helium, one neutron, two proton, and two electron.
Very good.
So in potassium, 21 neutrons, 19 electrons, and 19 protons.
Very good.
So in calcium, 20 neutrons, 20 electrons, and 20 protons.
Good.
So in argon, 22 neutrons and 18 electrons and 18 protons. So I'm audible.
Arnav, are you there?
Yes, sir.
I was just disconnected. So it's all. Now the next important term is isodiphers. Write the definition. They are the atoms of different elements. They are the atoms of different elements which have same difference of number of neutrons and protons. So the elements which have same difference of number of neutrons and protons is called isodiphers. Like if you are going to take boron, the isotope of boron and the isotopes of carbon, you will see proton is 5 and here it is also here proton is 6. Now number of neutron is 6 and here number of neutron is 7, right? So if you are going to take the difference of this n minus p, that will be equal to 1 and here n minus p will be equal to 1. That means these both are isodiphers. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Can you prove that these are isodiphers? Please write it and prove it.
Yes, sir. They're isodiphers.
Yes. How did you know that? You just calculated, right?
Yes, sir.
So P is 7, N is 8. P is 9, N
N
is
is
10. So N minus P is equal to 1, N minus P is equal to, very good. Now the next important term is C and then D, fourth. We call it either isotones or we also call it isoneutronic, or either we can call it isotonic. That means elements having same number of neutrons. So I'm going to define it. They are atoms of different elements which have same number of neutrons, as for example, take isotopes of hydrogen and helium. So if you are going to see number of neutron a minus z, that will be equal to 3 minus 1 will be equal to 2, and here n minus 4 minus 2, that will be equal to 2. That means they are isotones or isoneutronics or isotonic, you can call it. Can you tell me about this? Is it isoneutron?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. So this is isoneutrons. Now the next terms is the fifth one is isostus. And what is isostus? Just write with me. They are the molecules which have same number of atoms and electrons. That means number of atoms should be equal and also number of electrons. Like if I'm going to take an example CO2 and N2. First of all, number of atoms, if you are going to see number of atoms here, it will be 3 and 3. Now going to check electrons, number of electrons. One carbon has 6 electrons, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And one oxygen has 8 electrons into 2. That will be equal to 6 plus 16. That will be equal to 22 electrons in this. Now going to check it. One nitrogen has 7 electrons. 7 into 2 plus 8. Yani 14 plus 8. That will also be equal to 22 electrons. That means they are isostus with each other. Okay. Now check this whether it is or not. Whether it is isostus or not.
So can you explain isostus again?
Isostus are that which have same number of atoms. Like if you are going to see, you can see that how many atoms are here, total number of atoms. Can you tell me?
So 3.
3, 1 carbon, 2 oxygen. And how many number of atoms are here?
3.
3. First of all, isostus are the one which have same number of atoms as well as same number of electrons. Now see this carbon. Carbon alone will have 6 electrons. Oxygen alone will have 8 electrons. Yes or no? But there are 2
Yes.
oxygens. So all the electrons you are going to add, it will be 22 electrons.
Yes.
3 atoms, 22 electrons. Again 3 atoms, and here it is 22 electrons. That means they are isostus.
So both conditions have to be true, same number of atoms and electrons. So if even one is true, it's isostus.
No, both.
Okay. So they are not isostus.
They are not isostus.
Yes, sir, they're not.
See how many number of atoms are here?
So 3.
2.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
2.
calcium
Yes.
and oxygen.
Yes, sir.
2.
Yes, sir. 2. 2.
And here it is also 2. Number of electrons, calcium has 20 electrons because 20 is the atomic number of calcium.
Yes.
Then
And
8, how
oxygen is
many
8.
it is? 28. Now again 19 plus 9, 28. So they are isosters.
Yes, sir. There.
Okay.
So,
Cl
can you go back
minus.
up? I need to write the definition.
Okay, okay. Wait a minute.
Yes, sir. Done.
Very good. Now tell me whether Cn minus and O2 is isosters or not.
So they're not.
They are not because you can see number of atoms are same 2 2.
The 2 and 2.
But when it comes to number of electrons, it will be 6 plus. You can see nitrogen has 7 electrons, but there is negative charge. That means it gains 1 electron. So total number of electrons will be 14. And here 8 plus 8, that will be 16. That's all. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now the next and last terms related to this is isoelectronic species. Isoelectronic species. What is isoelectronic species? So the atoms which have the atoms or molecules or species, whatever it is, if it has same number of electrons, that will be called isoelectronic species. There is difference between isosters and isoelectronic. Isosters are the ones which have same number of atoms as well as same number of electrons. That is called isosters. But isoelectronic species are those which have same number of electrons. Okay, they are atoms. Either it can be atoms, molecules, ions, which have same number of electrons. Okay, so if you are going to see Cl minus or argon, Cl has 17 atomic number, so that 17 electron, and there is negative charge, that means it gains electron. That's why it is 18 electrons. Argon, you can see atomic number 18, electron will be 18, there is no charge, so they are isoelectronic species. Can you check whether H2O and NH3 is isoelectronic or not? One more, BF3 and SO2 are isoelectronic or not? Hmm.
So H2 and NH3 are isoelectronic.
How many electrons does they have?
So 10 and 10 each.
10 electrons, 10 electrons. Very good. Now what about BF3?
Same solid. So they're not isoelectronic.
They are not isoelectronic.
Yes, sir.
Now see, boron has atomic number 5, so that
Yes, sir.
electron will be 5. Fluorine has 9 atomic number, that's why electrons number of electrons is 9. 9 into 3. So 5 plus 27, that will be
So
equal to
32.
32 electrons. Also sulfur has atomic number 16, so number of electron is 16, and 2 into 8, so 16 plus 16, that will be 32 electrons. They are isoelectronic. Yes
Yes.
or no?
Yes, yes.
Very good. Now I have another question. If number of proton in x minus 2 is 16, then number of electrons in x plus 2 will be, tell me the answer.
So 20 electrons.
Wrong answer. See, x minus 2 is an element which has atomic number z, sorry, proton, which has proton equals to 16, yes or no? That means
Yes, sir.
atomic number is also 16.
Yes, sir.
In neutral state, electron will also be equal to 16, neutral state, yes or no?
No, sir. Neutral state electrons will be 14
No, you are not getting my point.
because it's
This
gained
is
to
sodium. See, this is sodium.
it's gained to
Proton
electrons,
is
right?
11. Z is also equals to 11. And if
Yes,
it
sir.
is neutral, that it is, electron will be 11. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
What I told you is that atomic number will be equal to number of proton always. But it will be also equals to electron, number of electron, if it is neutral. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now
So, but
see,
over here it's -2, right? So gain to electrons. The
I'm not
neutral
talking
state
about
will be
-2. What I'm talking about is in neutral
no,
state,
sir.
it will be
I'm saying
16 or not.
no, sir. I'm saying in neutral state it will be 14 because in this state it has 16 electrons. In neutral state it will be 14. After gaining 2 electrons, it has 16 electrons.
Again, wait a minute. problem. See, x minus 2, which has proton equals to 16. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
This is anion. Now, the neutral atom of this, can I write it like this? X. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is the atomic number of this? Sorry, proton. Number of proton this.
The 16.
If what is the atomic number of this?
The 16.
How many number of electron of this?
The 14.
Why 14? Again 14. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about this. Then wait a minute. X minus 2. What is the atomic number of this here? Z equals to.
The 16.
And what is the number of electron here?
The 16.
It will be 16. Are you serious? And what is the number of electron here? 14.
14. Yes, sir.
If there is negative charge, what does that mean? Does it lose electrons or gains electron?
The gain electron.
Gain electron. I'm not getting my point. What I want to say is that, wait a minute. Now I'm going to take an example. Silicon. Here is silicon. 16. I'm going to take an example of that. Oh, sulfur. Okay.
Yes.
Minus 2. 16. Okay. Now tell me. What is the it's given that phosphorus, sorry, proton, number of proton for sulfur is 16. What is the atomic
16.
number?
16.
What is the number of electron?
Then S minus 2 and just sulfur.
It's S minus 2.
So it'll be 18.
18. Now tell me the answer. Sulfur. What is the number of proton?
16.
What is the atomic number?
16.
What is the number of electron?
16.
So what was the difference between this and this? Do you remember what you said? Electron will be 16 here and electron will be 14 here. How can it be?
Yes, sir, because in X minus 2, we have 16 electrons over there, right?
No, it wasn't given. You said that electron equals to 16. What was given in question is that, what is given in the question is that proton is 16. I gave you the same question and I told you proton is 16. Tell me atomic number. You told me, you just tell me that 16 and electron is 18. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And here proton is 16. Then Z is also equals to 16. And a number of electron will be 18 or not?
Yes, sir.
Just let me know if you understand it or not. I will explain it again. If you don't get it, let me know. This number of proton is constant and it will be always equal to atomic number. And if you are going to find number of electron, just check it whether the atom is neutral or not. If it is neutral, it will be equal to atomic number, which will be equal to number of proton. Are you getting my point or not?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So you can see that this is a neutral atom. So proton is equal to 16, Z is equal to 16, and electron will be also equals to 16 because it is neutral. And why here it is electron 18? Because it is anion. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Now, can you tell me this sulfur? I'm talking about this sulfur is plus 2. Can you tell me the number of proton here?
The 16.
Atomic number?
16.
Can you tell me the number of electron here?
The 14.
This was the question. Whenever there will be symbol like X, Y, Z, and if you remember the atomic number, if you can compare this is a proton 16. That means it is talking about Z equals to 16. That means atomic number 16 is what? Sulfur. And then you can easily solve it rather than getting confused. Are you getting my point? You easily
Yes.
tell me the answer, all the correct answer in terms of sulfur, and you didn't tell me the correct answer in terms of this any element x minus 2. Okay,
Okay, sir.
got it or not?
Yes, yes.
Okay, please write it. Let me know when you are done with this.
Done, sir.
Okay, please solve this question. A new series screen is shared. 53, 54.
So the answer for 53 is C.
53 is C. How many electrons it is? 14,
So 14.
14, 14, 14. Very good. And what about 54?
So I'm doing that. So it's A.
Very good. Very good. So this is it for today. And there will be test on Thursday. Okay, next week.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you.
So this topic or first topic also?
No. I will teach you on Tuesday. Then we will
Yes, sir.
have tests for